welcome and welcome back to my channel. Hopefully this video won't be too long. I was asked a couple of questions about makeup and I decided that I'll just make a video about it because others may have the same inquiries. So one of the first things was what products do I use? So if you all are not new to my channel, you know that I have a lot of different products. I don't recommend that. Well, I guess I'll say I don't recommend buying every brand. I will say buy a couple of options so that you'll know what works for your skin and what does not work for your skin. So what I have found out also in my journey of exploring makeup is that just because something is expensive doesn't mean that your skin is going to love it. That's just like different products that we use on our hair. Our hair lets us know, that's not for me. Your skin does the same thing. So the foundation of all makeup applications is going to be your skincare, because you're putting, most people do a full face and they prefer a full face like myself. So you're putting different products on your face, but you want to make sure that you're also moisturizing and nourishing your skin. So Neutrogena has some good products. Elf will always be a brand that I recommend. Those are just two brands that I know and have truly tried. I'm sure there's several other brands out there. I tried to do, now I fell off a little bit with doing my makeup routine every day because I don't wear makeup every day. However, my skin still needs that nourishment, so I've tried to go back to my normal habits of making sure that I am wearing some type or completing some type of facial cleansing either in the morning or at night when I go to bed. So I have so many products. I have a product that I use in the morning. I have a product that I use in the shower. So it's just different things that I use. So whatever that is that you find or that you're already using, continue that skin regimen with your makeup, and that way your makeup will love you. You won't see a lot of breakouts from particular makeup usage. Another question that I had was, how did I know my foundation shade? And I'll tell you that when I used to always do my eyes. I didn't get into applying a full face of makeup until the pandemic. Makeup started out for me as something to relieve my anxiety that I was having due to the pandemic and some other things that were going on during that time. So it was just a safe space for me. It was peaceful. It was somewhere that I could come and just do my own thing. And with makeup, it's forgiving. So if you try something and you don't like something, you could just try it again. Like, you're your worst critic because you see it before, well, not worst critic, but you can critique yourself because you see it before anybody else sees it. So my recommendation would be, during that time, we could not go in the store and do swatches. We had to just buy things online and hope that when we got them, they actually worked. But now we can actually go back in the stores again. So I'll show you a few of the foundations that I actually wear. Some may be dead on, some are, you're like, that's not really her skin color or her complexion or her tone, but when I apply all of my other makeup, I like it. And I tend to like darker foundations. That's just my personal preference. I am not a makeup artist. I have not been to any type of trade or school for educational purposes as far as makeup. This has just been a trial and error for me and for the few people that I have applied makeup to. So I want to say before we're just going to do some swatches just to show, but you always want to make sure that you are cleaning your face, moisturizing your face, and using I'm losing my words today, and using some type of primer so that your makeup can adhere to those things and stay in its place, or that helps it to stay in its place. So one of the foundations which is kind of my go-to, it's not even open. This is a backup for me. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever, and I use the shade 57Y. And you can see in the bottle that it appears to be darker than me, but you have to also consider that when foundation and concealer dries down, it oxidizes and can change colors. So I'm not gonna open that one because I have something different that I'm doing this year. I'm not just opening up products like that. So we're gonna try a few that are already open. So next to one of my favorite brands next to the Sephora is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation and their concealers. And I actually have to repurchase some of their concealers. I want to just show you all how those particular colors look on me. So as you can see, I've turned my lighting, it goes from like a white to a yellow to a gold. So I turned it to white so that it can be more clear and you can actually see my complexion. I'm sorry, I feel like my lips are so dry. Where is my, oh, it's over at my work desk. Okay. I'm sure I got something over here to go on my lips. I feel like they're really, really dry. So let's see. I have the Born This Way Too Faced Born This Way concealer in 2 shades. This one is Butter Pecan, and this one is the shade Chai. And you can see there are 2 different shades. And I always shake it up. And this just allows everything to come together. So sometimes foundations may appear to be watery, but once you shake them up, get those products moving, they're no longer watery. So I'm just going to put some on my face. And that's the Butter Pecan one, which was the lighter one. And then this is the Chai. And how I ended up with 2 of these, one of them I purchased, of course, just by glance. I thought, oh, okay, this is my color. And then the other one I purchased in store. And I also have, I think I have, the shade that I like in NARS is Marquise's, and I'm about out of that one too. But I also have, what is the other one I have from NARS? I have Macau and Marquise's. I get them confused because they have the same name, or begin with the same letter. So I'm gonna blend in the Butter Pecan, and I'm also gonna blend in the Marquise's. I'm sorry, the Chai. And then on this side, I'm going to do Macau first, and then Marquise's. That's Macau. Marquises. Macao blended. And Marquises blended. So my right side is kind of dried down, so you can see towards the front there is a lighter color, and to me when they give an ashy appearance, those are the ones I don't like to wear, even though they may seem to be closer to my skin type or skin tone. I don't like those. So this is the butter pecan, which I don't wear. And this is the Macao. I'm sorry, this is the chai. And then on this side, the kind of ashy one is the Macao, and the one in the back is Marquises. So to me, in my opinion and my preference, are the two that are on the back, which is the Marquises and the chai. And that's why I choose to wear those particular shades. Oftentimes, if you have a foundation that's too light and a foundation that's too dark, if you mix them together, they will be or should be a closer match, if not exact. And I do the same thing with my concealers. Well, it kind of depends on the look that I'm looking for that particular day. If I want to give a makeup no makeup look, then my concealer is not going to be as light. It's probably going to be just a shade lighter than the foundation color that I chose to use for that day. But if I'm doing my makeup as I do my makeup normally, then my concealer is going to be much lighter. For instance, missing one. Okay, so this is the chai foundation that I had on this side, and when I am normally doing my makeup, I am going to use one or both of these shades because I like my eyes to be very, very bright underneath. And these are the shades Caramel and Cookie. However, if I'm going for a makeup no makeup look, then this is going to be the concealer that I use. This is Chestnut. So chai and chestnut are what I use for my makeup no makeup days, and I'll put a picture of both here. I'll try to do the left with the makeup no makeup look, and then the right to show like how I look with bright under eye. What else? What was the other question I had? Oh, another question I had was I think she was asking why her makeup didn't stay for that particular application. So I just asked her, well, tell me what all you did. What did you apply to your face? So I said, what setting powder did you use? What else did I ask her? I asked her about her setting powder, and I asked her about a finishing powder, I think. And she said, what do you mean? So I said, that's why your makeup didn't stay. I said, if you're putting it on, you're not putting anything on to make it stick or to hold it because it's a liquid. You need a powder to set it. And then you need setting spray. So sometimes all of the things that you need when it comes to makeup, that's probably why a lot of women say, I don't want to wear it because there's too many steps to remember. But The more you practice it and get it to your liking, because you may not like to wear all of those things, just you have to cater it to what you're going to what look you're trying to achieve. But you always got to set your makeup if you want it to stay on and last. So and that's something that I learned the hard way. It's some setting sprays that I want to try. I think it's 1x1 size. I know that because those are advertised to make everything stay in place and you don't smudge your makeup. Say if you hug somebody or if you put on something, because you definitely don't want your makeup to get on anybody else's clothing. That's, for me, that's embarrassing. I try not to hug people because I'm in fear of me getting makeup on them. But there are setting sprays that make everything stay and where it doesn't smudge. And one size is advertised at being one of those. So I do want to try that. What's the other question? Setting powders, I think. I'm trying to remember. Because I ended up sending her out a little, I have like a, or had, I've been looking for it. I had a kind of guide, makeup guide for a class that I was teaching to tell you like what kind of, like a starter kit for makeup application and an additional steps to tell you in what order things should be put on in. So I ended up sending that to her as well. But the setting powders that I use, my go-to when I want a bright under eye is always going to be the Sasha Buttercup. I've had this for a while and it's still half full. I also say I don't want it to be, I want to set it, but I don't want it to be that bright yellow or bright golden look underneath there. Then I use this Dominique Rosita powder. It's probably halfway gone because it's not as big as the other one, but it's a pink rosy tone powder, so I like that. And then if I don't want a particular hue, I guess I'll say, and I just want to set my makeup, I use the Becca. This was what I used a lot of in the beginning, but I think this has been discontinued. I just happened to buy an extra one that I didn't open, so that's why I have it. And then Sephora also has one. And mine is still kind of full because I don't use this as much. But Sephora has one, a translucent setting powder. Sorry, I'm getting things out of this drawer. And I have some different ones, but those are just ones that I kind of use a lot. Now, I'll be honest and say I have not tried the translucent from NARS. If I have, I don't remember. So this is one that I still, have to try.
I just wanted to show you all how I apply the products that I spoke about at the beginning of the video. So hopefully this was helpful to someone. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you want me to show you how I apply something that I haven't already shown, or that you need me to show it in more detail, I don't have a problem with doing that either. Please remember to like this video, subscribe if you are interested. It's free. I hope that you all stay blessed and blushed.